Hey guys, on the past few years I've been asked to make a review of my Nexx helmet, but since I was kind of getting old, I didn't think it would be appropriate to make a review on it. But now I bought the brand new version of this helmet, so let's make a review. Now for the chit chat, let's get on it. I liked this helmet so much that when time came to replace it, I actually replaced it with one that is nearly identical. This one is the new iteration from Nexx. This is called the X WED 2. This color scheme, it's the Wild Country white and blue. First of all, let's see what has changed from my version to the new one. There are three major changes. The first one is the peak. If you compare the peak side by side, the new peak has slots all over the place so that the air can go through and not create that sail effect when you're on the freeway at speed that pulls your head back. Another thing that they changed on the peak, this one is solid, it doesn't move, it doesn't go forward, it's just here, while on this one now the hole up top is being modified so that you have some play and you can adjust the peak however you want. The next improvement is they removed the vents on the side. As a matter of fact, the new helmet does not have vents over here, which, to be sincere, don't do much, but they improved the ventilation on top of your head because up top here inside there is actually a new vent that is not on the older helmet. A few more things that have been improved are the vent up top. On the new helmet you actually have ridges, so it's easier to move the two position on and off compared to the old one, where you guys can see it's not quite as efficient. The third change that they've done to those helmets is the chin curtain. The chin curtain has been beefed up a bit. In theory it feels sturdier, like it's harder to pull, while the old one, it's quite easy to pull off. And that's about it when it comes to major changes. Most of the other changes are minimal, like the vent up front now opens up compared to the older version where you push in like this to open it up. And obviously there are a little bit of improvements all over the place. The inside of the helmet seems to be softer and much better than the previous one. Mind you, the previous one wasn't bad at all. It was just different, kind of a suede type of feel, while this one is more smooth and sleek. It feels like you go in and out of it much easier. But let's focus on the helmet and let me show you what you get when you buy a Nexx helmet. Let's start with all the accessories or the add-ons you get when you buy the helmet. First of all is a peak extender. You remove the plugs on the side of the peak over here and you insert the peak extender and screw it in. Other than the peak extender, the helmet comes with a retractable sun visor. You can just push it down and retract it as you want. Also, the helmet comes with integrated XCOM. It will work just fine with any other intercom, but if you want to buy the XCOM from Nexx, it integrates directly on the side by swapping this plate for this plate. Obviously, on the inside you have all the grooves and the holes to put the speakers, the wires, the battery and everything else. There is a lot of stuff in front of me. It's because this helmet comes with a pin lock system, also come with a visor sleeve to put your visor when you remove the visor, because obviously the visor is removable. And it comes with flat plates. So let's say that you want to do some recording with a GoPro, but there are no flat spots to put a GoPro sticky mount. Well, they give you those flat plates that replace those side plates over here, which, by the way, is held in by a screw to make it more secure because the weight of the GoPro. You have one side mount, you have another side mount on the left side, and if that wasn't enough, you also get a top mount that mounts down here over the peak. They give you a whole bunch of inserts for the foam inside so you can adjust the fit to your head. This is an intermediate oval, so it's longer front and back, a little slimmer on the sides, but you can actually adjust it with those little inserts in here. You get an extra top screw in case you lose it. You get extra side plate lock mechanism, 2 of them in case you lose it. I lost one on my previous helmet and I had to buy a set. Now they include a spare set into it. And then you get side plates. Now, one thing is worth noting on this helmet is that you can actually pull up the visor, and if you're doing some off-roading, guess what? The opening is big enough for you to put goggles in it, and the shape of the helmet, you guys gonna see the concave portion over here, it actually holds the strap for the goggles. Now let's say that you don't like the visor to be up here at all, you can actually remove it. This helmet is very versatile, and the reason why is that you can actually pop the sides, unscrew the top, and the peak comes off. The peak is off, but you can leave these uncovered, and that's where the new plates that they send you come into place. You pop in the side plate like that, and then you put the holder back in there. And now you have a perfect street helmet without the need of buying another helmet. Now, let's say that you really don't like to have the visor on it when you put the goggles in. Simple again, you just remove the side plates, which they're one click away. And you just pop the visor out. At that point, you can actually put the goggles back in, and you don't have a visor to get in the way anymore. If you want, you can put the peak back where it belongs, and there you have it. Now it's a proper off-road helmet. If you guys look all around this helmet, you're gonna notice X's all over the place and the sign that says X Matrix. X Matrix is the way the shell is built. It's multiple layers of different material, fiberglass, aramid, and reinforced with carbon fiber, all crossed in together to make it as light and as solid and strong as possible. And for what it is, for an adventure helmet, this is not heavy whatsoever. The manufacturer claims 1550 grams without the peak, and 100 grams more, so 1650 grams if you put the peak on as well. So not too bad for this type of helmet. Ultimately, what I really like about this helmet is the versatility. As I said, visor on and off, internal sun visor on and off, no need to bring glasses with you, peak on and off, and now we have an extra vent up top, a little bit of improvements all around, and it feels much better on the inside as well. This helmet flows a ton of air. I used my older helmet before I bought the Suomi over there just for dirt bikes. I use this to go dirt biking. I use this to go shoot vlogs on my street bikes. I use this for my F800 GS. And now that the helmet got quite old, I have a brand new one. I like it. And as long as they keep making them this way, I'm gonna keep buying them unless something drastically better will come out. You never know, you can never say never. But this is my take on the Nexx helmet. This is the X WED 2 on the Wild Country white and blue variant. So as always, thank you very much to my patrons, because without them, this wouldn't be happening. And if you guys like the video, like, if you love the video, subscribe, right on, and I'll see you next time.